It's 8:30. Good morning. I'm Ian Crouch with Hunter News. Police expect major delays on Maitland Road at Hexham to continue for most of the morning after two trucks collided in the city-bound lanes. One of two eastbound lanes is closed at Millans Road and a heavy tow truck is on the way. No one was injured in the crash, but motorists heading to Newcastle can expect significant delays with traffic back beyond the New England Highway at Taro. The fundraising appeal for the family of the devastating house fire at Singleton has now climbed past $106,000 and continues to grow by the hour. There's been an outpouring of support for the parents, Cara Atkins and her partner Chris, who lost their twin daughters and eldest son in the fierce blaze. Cara remains in a critical condition in the John Hunter Hospital, while her 8-year-old daughter Bailey is listed as stable. Singleton Mayor Sue Moore has told NBN News the tragedy has rocked the entire community.
It's a very strong community in Singleton. I know everyone will pull together to help this family out.
Police are searching for two men and two accomplices involved in a terrifying armed robbery on the Boat Rowers Hotel at Stockton. Two men burst through the doors of the Fullerton Street pub at about 11:30 last night and threatened two staff with a firearm and an axe, while two shocked patrons looked on. The pair escaped with a moderate amount of money in an Audi with two other people inside. The car was found burnt out about half an hour later in Pitt Street. Police are urging witnesses or anyone with information to call Crime Stoppers. The state government is being asked to respond quickly to a proposal to allow offshore sand mining to help solve the erosion issues on Stockton Beach. Newcastle Council has passed a mayoral minute to seek answers from the government on the idea, which would see sand extracted and deposited on the beach on a large-scale basis. Council wants a quick answer from the government on the method so it can be included in the final draft of the Coastal Management Plan. Newcastle residents have penned an open letter to Event Cinemas and Newcastle Council over the future of Tower Cinemas. The building was recently put up for lease and many residents want to see the iconic facility remain a movie theatre. Around 120 people met at a public forum to discuss the site's future and have since posted the open letter online to garner support. Advocate and event organiser Sinead Francis-Cone says residents can sign the letter at the Save Tower Cinemas Newcastle Facebook page.
I just note the various things like the over 6,500 people who signed the petition, like the 120 people that came to the meeting, the light rail being open with Crown Street stop right there in front of the cinema, the plan to revitalise Newcastle more broadly. So all of these things sort of seem to fall in line.
Bogus tradies have been doing the rounds in the Aberglasslyn and Talara areas. Police say people posing as qualified tradespeople have been accepting payment from residents without completing work. They want to hear from victims of the scam or anyone who can identify those involved.
2NURFM Sport.
Knights utility Connor Watson has enjoyed the challenge of filling in at hooker with the absence of Danny Levi through an ankle injury. Watson's main position is in the halves, but he says his new role isn't completely unfamiliar to him.
I mean, I've played a fair bit of hooker off the bench, but sort of just been getting used to sort of the defensive load from starting a game, which has been a bit different. But, you know, fitness is sort of one of my strengths, so it's not something that sort of been too hard to get a hold of.
The Maitland Magpies squad gathered together last night and cheered when they drew the Central Coast Mariners in the FFA Cup round of 32 stage during a televised draw. Coach Mick Bolch promised his team won't die trying and will give everything to force an upset. The Edgeworth Eagles will make the trip to face Darwin Olympic and the Newcastle Jets will clash with the Melbourne Victory. And the life and sporting career of former Kangaroos representative and Kurri Kurri footballing great Noel White will be celebrated at Stockton tomorrow. He passed away last week, aged 95, and was dubbed the fastest man in New South Wales Rugby League. And the winning numbers in Wednesday Lotto are 7, 25, 5, 35, 40 and 19, and the supplementaries are 4 and 15. 2NURFM News Time, 26 to 9.